Hi, good morning everybody, and welcome to our latest Qube Learning webinar as part of our Train the Nation event. Train the Nation is a countrywide campaign set to support individuals and businesses around the UK with their economic recovery during the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. So through this campaign, we're aiming to provide an insight into the vast array of recruitment and training solutions we have available at Qube Learning. So please do keep an eye out for other upcoming webinars, and you can view any of these on the website that we've previously completed, and we'll also send you a link to them following this session. So I'm really pleased to say that this webinar is focused on our newest addition to the Qube Learning offer, Qube Vision. I'm not going to say anything about Vision just yet, otherwise I'll be ruining the next half an hour. But first, the introduction. So my name is Mark Ashton. I'm the Head of Business Development at Qube Learning. My role is to head up our employer engagement at Qube, specifically focused around Qube Vision. I've spent the last 12 years working in the FE sector, and I've also worked as a consultant within a software company focused on supporting training providers through apprenticeship management software and also helping them to identify e-learning solutions. And I will now pass to my co-presenter, Wilma, to introduce herself and take you through the first part of the webinar.
Thanks, Mark. Hi, everyone. I'm Wilma Chapman. I am the Head of Digital Projects within Qube Learning. I've been in the business now for just shy of 4 years and in the education sector since 2004. My current role, in essence, is about the management of digital projects and systems which ultimately underpin our business strategies within Qube Learning and any future business enterprises outside the UK. So, working collaboratively within the business on our digital learning strategy, this in turn enables the delivery of flexible and scalable learning initiatives. I can't even say that, initiatives through the use of technology. I help to drive learning initiatives for the business in a creative and practical way, though, that helps us ensure that we have a really dynamic and seamless delivery, unlike my own there. So in 2016, Qube made the decision to look at how students and businesses were driving and developing their own learning and development strategies. And through talking with our own customers, we decided to further develop our own strategy using industry experience to build a robust learning solution, which we're going to talk to you about today, Vision. And as with many other organizations, and I'm sure you're all probably just the exact same, change is a constant that many organizations will experience. And we are currently in the fourth industrial revolution, as you may be aware. But this is more about just technology-driven change. It's about opportunities to help everyone, creating an inclusive future for our students, our businesses, and our customers alike. You go to the next slide, please, Mark. So, if you want to ask us a question, please feel free to use the chat facility provided, and we will endeavour to answer all of the questions at the end of the presentation. If we don't get time for everything, we will come back and provide those answers at another time when you do get your webinar. Thank you. So if we just go on to the next slide. So a little bit about us. Qube Learning is one of England's longest serving independent training providers. We're based in Abington in Oxfordshire, and we specialise in apprenticeships, traineeships, short courses for job seekers, and since the introduction of Vision, through dedicated e-learning solutions. We're really proud that we are graded as Ofsted Good Provider and also Matrix accredited, which verifies our ability to provide touchstone information, advice and guidance to participants of our learning programmes. We're also a 2019 Association of Employment and Learning Providers AAC award winner and Skills for Care endorsed provider, and we have been finalists for numerous other awards. We deliver a range of qualifications from adult care, business services, facilities management, healthcare, leadership management, retail, transport and logistics, to name a few. And we work with some instantly recognisable brands and household names across different sectors. Both charitable organisations and employers that we work with are instrumental in the design of all our programmes and their implementation and ongoing success. When an organisation partners with us, we help guide them towards relevant training programs that align with their business objectives, and then co-design the delivery model and content with them. This ensures it's properly contextualised to the workplace environment and for target audiences. Outside of our core workplace and pre-employment offer, though, the business is divided up into several distinct divisions, including Qube Vision, which promotes self-paced learning e-modules on a variety of topics, and Qube Talent, that puts a refreshingly affordable spin on the traditional employee recruitment activities. Have the next slide, please. Hand over to Mark here for this part.
Brilliant, thank you, Wilma. So just before we take you through Vision in a bit more detail, we wanted to share with you first, I guess, our vision as an organisation, so we can highlight how Qube Vision fits into this. So our aim is to support the businesses we work with in the best way possible by providing flexible training and development solutions. We have a really extensive offer at Qube, as Wilma's just highlighted, and this means we can work with employers to identify their training needs and then respond accordingly with the most appropriate and relevant solution. And as I've mentioned, and we've mentioned, Vision is the latest addition to this offer. So why did we create Vision? Fundamentally, Vision is born and evolved out of us as an organisation responding to change. So we've listened to our customers and understood the change in the market over the last few years. And obviously recently, we've needed to respond quite rapidly to this change as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. As a training provider, we've had to review how we can support training remotely, where the option to see our learners face-to-face is removed. And it's been vital that we can still deliver a really engaging learning experience when we can't meet our learners in person. And I think moving forward, as people adapt to the new way of working, we want to ensure we continue to support the way companies will need to invest in and deliver training and development. Expectations from learners has probably never been higher than it is now, and I think this is also true of employers, and quite rightly. If you're going to invest in training and development, you should expect that experience for you and your employees to be a good one. And the demand for an outstanding user experience is now commonplace and really drives how well learners engage with training. If the training isn't good, learners simply won't engage with it, and then you as employers can't appreciate the value it brings. And we also understand the requirements on employers to provide training and development. Employers who do offer training make a really attractive proposition for new staff, and staff who undertake training are traditionally more loyal, more productive, and more effective in their roles. So creating a new offer in Qube Vision means a distinct increase in our offer as a training provider, which means we're able to support employers in more ways and help achieve a positive impact on your business. So what is Qube Vision? Vision, as we've said a few times already, is our e-learning platform, but really it's so much more than that. So Vision means you can engage with us in a way that supports you as a business, and it also allows us to flex our delivery model to meet your needs. And I think one of the key things is understanding how it can help you. So through Vision, we're really able to build programs that our employers want, and we have the tools to adapt these to suit your needs. We obviously believe we've created great programs, and we have a fantastic team of experts within our business to provide really engaging content. But we can also collaborate with the employers we work with and customize programs so they really do reflect your business and your working practices. Vision is about the right course for the right learner, so a course to suit them, their level within the business and their learning style. What we've produced today is designed to really maximize learner engagement and offer an outstanding user experience. And that delivery is designed to fit in with how you do business. So we have courses that include tutor engagement, offer a blended learning approach, or can be delivered 100% online. We also build training that delivers measurable outcomes. So we use data to evaluate and improve our content to make sure it's fit for purpose, with the ultimate goal of building a true partnership with every business we work with. So it's not just offering off-the-shelf courses that might not fully meet your business needs. So how does that all fit into what we do at Qube? So to try and give an understanding then of how this fits into the wider business, first of all, it helps us to provide training before, during or after our traditional programs as a wraparound support. So allowing people to undertake courses to help them access training opportunities, enhance learning throughout traineeships and apprenticeship programs, bridging knowledge gaps for progression. So, for example, moving from intermediate to advanced and on to higher level apprenticeship training, as well as a progression beyond funding programs, so to support that continuous career development. We support mandatory compliance training within organisations. So again, setting the right level of programme to match the appropriate job role. And I think the key here is just because regulatory compliance training is often unavoidable within businesses, it doesn't mean it needs to be dull. So we want to create and deliver engaging compliance training that's perfect for your business and leaves a lasting impression. So that means training that helps knowledge retention so people really can put what they've learned into practice in the work setting. We also create more in-depth and comprehensive courses. So through a variety of delivery models, as I mentioned before, Vision provides courses which are designed to challenge and enhance job knowledge, and so increase competence and the potential opportunity for job progression. And then lastly, but possibly most significant, providing a platform and a team of experts to help bespoke courses. So courses which are unique to you as a business can be hosted on Vision for your staff to engage with. And we do genuinely believe in that true collaboration. I've said it a few times, but it's worth repeating throughout this session, because we want to work with people to help them create that content. So us calling on subject matter experts within your business or within the wider industry you work in to build a catalogue of courses your employees can relate to and can support them. And we have experience of doing that in partnership with some of the employers we work with, and it's worked really well and been a real benefit to their business that their employees can see the training they're doing has relevance to what they do on a daily basis. So that's a bit of background and how it all fits together. And I'm just going to pass back over to Wilma for the next part of the webinar. Sorry, Wilma. And what Wilma's going to do is just talk you through in a bit more detail what we have envisioned so far, what this looks like, and how you can access it.
Thanks, Mark. So we've got a little video that's just going to play in the background while I just give you a bit of an overview of really what can you get when you actually sort of go to catalogue and you see the content. So the customers or anybody who wishes to use any of the content that's available on Vision now will see what the context of the exact learning will be. So it's like a shop front for anybody, and I'm sure that you would expect that anyway. So you see this through the Qube Vision e-learning catalogue, and in this instance, what you have on screen is an example of creating and managing a virtual team, which I'll take you through a little bit more in detail a bit further on. So the catalogue pages themselves tell anybody about what the course premise is. So there's a teaser and a synopsis. It explains exactly who it's aimed at. So it's really detailing who would really benefit from doing this course, what the content itself contains, and also a video overview, which really goes into a bit more detail about the course and its structure. You'll also find that on the synopsis for our courses, it provides details of, as well as the learning, any takeaway or downloadable resources, which we found many of our students are given really positive feedback on to say that they find this particularly helpful. So for example, what you may or may not be able to see on the screen, depending on how large your screen is, is the fact that this particular course has 19 PDF activities that this particular learner could take away to use by themselves or with their team or to share with others. There are other supporting documents in here, things like team analysis, skills gaps analysis, all things that we have utilized through business experience, and the professionals that have built this course have utilized in their own sort of working background. There's also other things in here, including templates that can be reused, such as the Rumler-Brache model. And for those students and learners who like to learn on the move, podcasts. All of the courses we do are CPD certificated, and on completion of these courses or programs, the student can download those certificates and utilize them wherever they see fit. So Mark, if you could just go on to the next slide for me, I'll just give a next slide, please. Brilliant, thank you. So this is just a little kind of deep dive into the typical sectors and courses that we do presently. So we've got multiple suites of learning, which we hope and we are confident that will support and inspire you, your team, and your organization. For example, we have an inspirational manager series of courses and programs. These offer really practical solutions to support managers with things like the day-to-day duties, such as managing change, leading diverse teams, and for people and businesses who are continually striving to provide and demonstrate outstanding leadership. We're also we're renowned for our healthcare provision, and for anybody who is really closely associated with the healthcare sector, and for some who aren't, not that sort of closely associated and probably didn't recognize the hugely positive impact that the healthcare sector have on the community as it is, we have come to build a series of courses that will really support and provide great knowledge, skills, and assessments within these areas. We've built our reputation on this provision, and we've worked really closely with leading providers to build and design these programs. They are essentially designed for professionals by professionals. And as we mentioned earlier, we are a Skills for Care endorsed provider too. We also have a range of transport and logistics courses, which are designed to boost business efficiency, whilst also supporting your team members with their personal development. Each course has a positive impact on anyone who's doing it in an industry-based team, or that individual who's looking to enhance their health and safety and working environmental knowledge. And it's all in line with industry expectations and performance. It's currently a self-paced transport and logistics series of courses, and they will equip your employees with the knowledge that they will need to support their skills, actions, and behaviours in the workplace. A recent compliment to all of the courses and programs that we've been designing and delivering is squarely aimed at supporting that future manager. So you might recall back at the beginning me talking about us being in the fourth industrial revolution. So we, on the back of some research that was spoken about in a conference, Kirsty Donnelly, who is the MD of City and Guilds, cited, and I'm quoting verbatim here, that the latest employer skills survey shows the management skills are routinely cited as the main skills gaps across every organization. So in addition to this, we found additional research from the World Economic Forum, which also reported that the key emerging jobs in the UK, such as managing directors, chief executives, general and operational managers, would be in the greatest demand and necessary for the next 10 years. And in conjunction with that, harnessing transformative potential of technology, business leaders across all industries and sectors will need to formulate a comprehensive workforce to meet the challenge of this new era in innovation. Transformation accelerates, but the window of opportunity for proactive management is closing fast. And in essence, it's about bringing together the skills, the experience, the soft skills of people within those managerial roles, but also ensuring that they have the knowledge, experience, and expertise within the technology that is fast accelerating those particular roles. So as I say, in response to that, we've been creating our most recent courses, which are aimed directly at meeting those challenges. And with the world as it currently is, our first course in this collection of Management Information Technology Suite was providing support needed for those now faced with managing more of their team and team personnel remotely. So with the introduction of creating and managing a virtual team, we have shared this most recently. So what you're seeing on screen is, again, it's from a massive amount of work that we've done with students and employers to provide a really positive look and feel for any course that anybody wants to use to benefit themselves and their personal development. Every home page has a very similar work and user face. It has a very short introduction. It talks about what that student will do as part of the course. There are user-friendly icons that are quick and simple. As soon as somebody hovers over them, it indicates how long that lesson will be. The courses themselves are available via mobile for laptop or hard standing devices. So they're accessible anywhere, whether or not you are at home, at work, or on the move. All the courses follow, as I say, a specific format, and that's been shaped with those students over a period of time and through really valuable feedback that we collect at the end of our courses. So a typical course will include things like aims and objectives, what the narrated lessons are, interactive components, check learning assessments, takeaway or downloadable resources, glossaries, and summaries with next steps. Each course includes a final knowledge assessment, which once achieved will enable the student to access their course certification. And we do ask for feedback. It's anonymous at the end of every course so that we can look through that feedback and we can really provide a really supportive service that will enhance any future changes that we make to those courses. And we find that's really invaluable. We do get a lot of really good work there. But for creating and managing a virtual team, it's not just about somebody going hell for leather straight through the course. A student can pick this up and put it down whenever they so choose. Each course provides an outline of how long it should take an example student, but that's not to say that that will affect everybody. People will choose to finish it quicker or choose to finish it a little bit later. If you could go on to the next slide, please, Mark. If you're not quite ready for a course, though, we do have tasters. We offer 2 opportunities for you to be able to sample these courses. So within the catalogue, as you just saw, we would encourage you to enrol on a sample, which is called our Management Taster and Orientation, completely free. The Inspirational Manager itself has a bespoke orientation taster that is succinct and supports the student through their learning journey. The information in here, however, is also available in all of the additional courses so that you'll get a bit of an example really of what the course outline looks like. We also offer free tasters on the website, and this takes you, so on what you're seeing on the screen is through the website itself. It takes you through to a registration form so that you can explain exactly which course that you'd like to have the tasters on. It provides you with an overview and type of format of the learning, and all the resources on the website are taken from live courses. There's a little bit of a caveat to our current developed courses in that they are all aimed at the UK, specifically within health and logistics anyway, due to legislation. That's not to say that we can't develop and enhance any that go outside of the UK. We would address that as the need arises. So that's it from me. I'm going to hand you back to Mark, where he can continue with how Vision can help you.
Brilliant, thank you, Wilma. So yeah, I hope that gives everyone a really good understanding of Vision, what we have in there so far, but also why we have what we have in there to date. We're all really proud of the content we've produced and would love some, if not all of you, to have a closer look at some of the programs and certainly try the taster courses firsthand. I think finally, before we sign off and kind of open up for questions, we wanted just to revisit this slide about how Vision can help you, and essentially just to reaffirm that we can support you by creating bespoke programs, really optimizing the learner experience and their engagement in learning, and providing a delivery model that fits in with your business needs. So we look forward to either building or expanding on the trainer partnerships. We have some of you who have joined our webinar today, and obviously talking to people who we haven't had a chance to talk to already. Thank you everybody for your time this morning. Next few slides as we kind of answer some questions. I've got some quotes from current users of Visions just to give you a bit of feedback and a flavour for how people have found our courses. And what I will do is pass or ask Luke if we've had any questions come in during that session. And I believe we had a couple that were sent over ahead of this morning's session, didn't we? But Luke, have we got a couple of questions ready to be asked?
Yep, we've got a couple of questions in. The first one is, how do you manage expectations for bespoke build requests?
Do you want me to take that, Mark?
Okay, great. Yes, yeah, brilliant. Over to you, Wilma.
Okay, so a recent example is with an organisation that we've worked with in terms of apprenticeships, and during the lockdown, what we decided to do with all of our content was enable it to be accessible to everybody at no cost. A fleet claims organisation took this, decided to have a look at some of the management information courses that we'd created and we were delivering. They particularly liked some because they were having sort of adaptations within their organisation, and obviously the changes in terms of organisations going back into the workplace rather than working remotely. So we had multiple conversations with them to really understand exactly how we could, and which products would align the most preferential to what it was they were trying to achieve. So we've had those conversations with them, and we've adapted it to their specific model as well. So they were looking for new people that they were transitioning into the business itself, but then they wouldn't necessarily have that kind of social engagement because they would be doing everything remotely, but also very experienced managers who were then having to manage them. So again, it was really tailoring the product to their needs at that point in time. And they've been running with this now for about 2 months, and they're providing really positive feedback on this. And actually, they've come back for some additional content that they want us to develop on their behalf now. So yeah, really good. I hope that answers everything.
Yep, seems good. We have got a second question as well. We have a couple of in-house courses usually delivered face-to-face. Can Vision support us in turning these into e-learning courses?
Okay, yep. Shall I take that one, Wilma?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, great. So yeah, really, really good question, and a really relevant question as well, actually, because I'm sure that question probably affects a lot of people who are either listening to this or perhaps will listen to this afterwards. And again, we've got experience of working with some of our partner organisations in doing this. And lots of people, I'm sure, will have courses that have traditionally been delivered face-to-face. In the current climate, we probably haven't got as many people in the office as we usually have, and so they're going to have to find different ways of delivering that. So the short answer is absolutely yes, we can do that. We'd love to collaborate with people and help develop what were face-to-face courses into sort of e-learning courses. I think one of the key things here, and we've hopefully got the message across during the session, is it is very much about that collaboration. So it's about making sure we pick up the content that was delivered face to face, work with the business in question to make sure that what we put onto our e-learning platform and what can be delivered through e-learning is delivered in the right way and gets as much knowledge across to the individual as they would have had delivered in a face-to-face environment. But really, as I say, really good question for kind of where we are at the moment in society, and it's something that we're really keen to work with people on. So yes, absolutely.
Excellent. That's all the questions we've had.
Fantastic. Okay, so I think again then, just from myself and from Wilma, thank you to everybody who has managed to join us this morning. It's been great to be able to talk to you guys about vision. If you do have any more questions that come up, then please do get in touch with us. Contact details are on the screen at the moment. My email address is there. Please do let us know, or go onto the website. There's an inquire now button, and we'd love to get back to you and answer any questions that we haven't been able to answer today, or you haven't been able to ask today. But thank you from me and Wilma.
Thank you, everyone.